Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, July 8th. Rather typical summer-like weather here in the mid-Atlantic region for the next several days. Not quite as hot over the next couple of days as it was over the weekend, with high temperatures not too far from 90 degrees along the I-95 corridor from D.C. up to New York City. And there is a threat for a shower or thunderstorm at just about any time each day through the week. Probably the highest likelihood for showers and thunderstorms will come on Wednesday and Thursday time period as a cool front approaches from the Great Lakes region. That front will move on through by the end of the week and will get a little bit cooler. Probably highs in the low 80s come Friday and perhaps into the early part of the weekend as well behind that cool frontal system. So rather typical. The tropics, meanwhile, have come alive again. It was quite quiet for the last few weeks in the tropical Atlantic region, but this morning we have Tropical Storm Chantal. Here's an infrared satellite image right now, and Chantal has been moving quite quickly to the west over the last couple of days, and it looks like it'll generally stay in that west to northwest track over the next several days, moving right towards the Windward Islands right now. It'll reach the Caribbean Sea over the next couple of days and continue on that west to northwest track towards the end of the week, and we'll continue to monitor Chantal here at the SIweather.com. Just to give an idea of the movement of this latest tropical storm Chantal, this is from the Penn State EWOL site, and it's an infrared satellite loop, and again it's been moving westerly right now. The latest measurements have it moving westerly at 26 miles per hour with sustained winds at 40 miles per hour, gusts up to 50 or so. Again, tropical storm status, should continue moving westerly right towards the Caribbean Sea over the next couple of days. Well, one last look at the tropical storm Chantal before we get to the U.S. weather. This is the layer mean analysis from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Basically, the upper level winds, lower to middle level winds in the atmosphere, and again, basically moving west, a westerly direction towards the western part of the Caribbean. There's kind of a northwest flow here. This is probably the track that this storm will take over the next several days, reaching somewhere near the vicinity of Cuba and the Bahamas by the end of this week, Friday, Saturday time frame. At that point, it certainly could affect Florida or the southeastern part of the U.S., depending on, of course, if it maintains a tropical storm status, perhaps even reaching hurricane status. So we'll continue to monitor this. But the tropics are alive once again after a few weeks of a quiet period in the tropical Atlantic region. Well, let's get back to the conventional U.S. surface map. A couple things to point out here. Main features: Bermuda High continuing to sit right along the East Coast, pumping tropical moisture into the really throughout the eastern third of the nation. Very high humidity levels over the weekend. That will continue again with the daily threat for showers and thunderstorms. There is a cool front right here over the middle part of the country, but it really won't make a move until this secondary push of cool air kind of catches up to this, and that cool front will move into the eastern part of the country during the Wednesday-Thursday time frame, enhancing shower and thunderstorm activity. They look quite likely Wednesday afternoon into Thursday afternoon as that cool front reaches the East Coast. By the latter part of the week, behind that front, things will turn a little bit cooler, but the threat for a shower or thunderstorm will continue as well. High temperatures may be confined to the low 80s along the I-95 corridor by the end of the week. Meanwhile, continued hot weather here in the southern Rockies. High temperatures today in the low and middle 90s across the southern Rockies, Denver metro region. Out west, not too far from normal, with high temperatures generally in the low 70s along the coastal regions for much of the week in Southern California. Well, here's a current radar loop from the Penn State EWOL site. Again, scattering of showers and thunderstorms, a little bit more than widely scattered here south and east of the D.C. area and southeastern part of Virginia. Most of that will head off the shore and off the eastern shore and not affect the I-95 corridor. There is kind of almost a circulation of showers here out in the Ohio Valley region, western part of Pennsylvania. You can see right in here, and that will continue to move to the south and east. And again, there certainly can be a shower or thunderstorm just about any time, especially during the afternoon and evening hours here in the I-95 corridor. Well, let's take a look at some forecast maps. This is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run, the Global Forecast System computer forecast model that NOAA puts out. And we'll look at tonight's forecast map at the surface, as well as the surface forecast maps for tomorrow night and Wednesday night. Still just a scattering of showers and thunderstorms, kind of typical summer-like weather here in the eastern states, with large Bermuda highs sitting off the east coast, again pumping in southwesterly flow of air. There's really been just a corridor of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico into the eastern third of the nation over the last few days. That will continue with the continuation of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Any one of those showers and thunderstorms can put down a fair amount of rainfall on a brief period of time, given the saturated conditions in the lower and middle part of the atmosphere. Here's the forecast map for tomorrow night, Tuesday night. A couple things to point out. High pressure still sits along the east coast, pumping in southwesterly flow of moist air, a scattering of precipitation here in the form of showers and thunderstorms. And meanwhile, here over the northern plains, low pressure is starting to intensify. A cold frontal system is getting itself together. Remember, that secondary push way up in Canada right now catches up with that initial cool front situated over the northern plains this morning. And by the middle part of the week, it'll be a easily noticeable cool frontal system approaching the Great Lakes region. In fact, let's now jump ahead to Wednesday evening forecast map. And here it is for Wednesday evening. Low pressure over southeastern Canada with a cool frontal system trailing. Again, that cool front will enhance the shower and thunderstorm activity in the Mid-Atlantic region Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. After that, it'll turn a little bit cooler by Friday and Saturday, probably a continuation of a threat for a shower or thunderstorm. Meanwhile, by Wednesday evening, this is Tropical Storm Chantal as depicted by the GFS model in the northern part of the Caribbean, even affecting the island of Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, and Haiti here on its continued path west and northwest. Again, by the end of the week, it should be in the region of Cuba to the Bahamas, perhaps affecting Florida or the southeastern part of the country in due time. We will continue to monitor the tropical storm Chantal here at the SIWeather.com for over the next several days. That's it for now. For the SI Weather, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.